I will start the recording also. If you want any help or clarification, you can go through this and you can confirm what you want to do. Okay, so let's start from the point that we have started last week. So we completed the nucleic acid one and the importance, and now we are in water. So first of all, Daru, you have to read it. Can you read it about the water? Yeah, just read it by unmuting your mic. Let's see whether I can hear. If not, I will read it. Sure. No offense.
The highest proportion, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, continue.
The highest proportion of the body mass of living organisms is composed of water, which is an inorganic compound.
Okay.
2/3 of the body weight of most of organisms is by water. Water is an essential medium for the maintenance of living matter.
Okay.
Life originated in water. Composition of water is simple, as water is the most abundant inorganic compound found in the living beings.
Yeah.
It is important in many biological functions.
Okay.
The table below show the specific properties of water and contribution of them to the maintenance of life.
Yeah, basically. Good. Very good. Nice. Okay. So from here, the thing we want to identify. So first of all, we have to identify and clarify what is water. When we consider the structure and the chemical properties of water, basically it has the ability to keep the living organisms or living matter alive. So normally when we go through, when we find out, when the researchers or the scientists find out a new planet or anything, first of all, we are looking for water. You are no, okay, you have familiar with those. So normally when scientists finding new ways, finding new methods, and if they find a new planet or anything, if they want to clarify whether that it include living matter or not, they are finding out for water. If they are able to find water within that planet, definitely define it can. It is a clear indication that it most probably may include the living matter. Not only the people just like us, but sometimes in the microorganisms like bacteria and yeast, all those things. So in other hand, here the highest proportion of our body mass of living organism is composed of water. You already know that. When we consider our cell, more than 90% of our cell is consist of water. Then when we come to the planet Earth, so basically more than 70% of it is from water. Okay, 2/3 of our body weight of most of organisms is by water. So as the water is the most abundant inorganic compound in the living beings. Okay, so what are the inorganic compounds? Basically the gases, the carbonates, bicarbonates, then minerals, as well as water are the main inorganic compounds. From all those inorganic compounds, the most abundant and most common, highest percentage including substances, we have normally inorganic substance is water. Okay, in this chapter, we are learning the basic properties and the importance of this water. Basically for our biological functions, as a complex organisms, we have different types of biological functions within our body, our respiration. In plants, they are doing the photosynthesis. All those happen based on water, because water give the chemical structure, or water gave the chemical basics to happen all these reactions surrounding us. All clear? Then after that, we have to go through with what? Then after we have to go through with specific properties and the contribution for the maintenance of life by water from these specific characteristics. All good, Daru? Anything to clarify? Clear, Nether? Good.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Daru, let's write more. Only the important points. Okay, just write down the first one. Write the first one. The highest proportion of 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 body mass of the living organisms, body mass of the living organisms, the highest proportion of body mass of the living organisms, body mass of the living organisms, composed of composed of composed of composed of composed of water, which is an inorganic compound. Water, which is an inorganic compound. Which is an inorganic compound. Which is an inorganic compound. Then write down the next point, Darwo. Next point. 2/3 of body weight of most of the organisms. 2/3 of body weight. 2/3 of body weight. 2/3 of body weight. 2/3 of body weight. 2/3 of body weight of most of the organisms is by of most of the organisms of most of the organisms of most of the organisms is by water, is by water. So if you have anything to clarify, just ask me at the point. Don't stay until then. You are free to ask any question at any point. Okay.
Sir?
Yes, Darwa.
Sir, second point is
Yeah, the two
I have
yeah, right.
no sir, I have some
Yeah, you are free to ask any question. You have the 2/3 of the body weight of most of organisms
sir,
is by water. Yes, tell me.
sir, the second point is I can't clearly understand that
Yeah, yeah, it
point
is just it is just like this. Okay, so when you just consider your body weight is 100 kilogram as an example. Okay, if your body weight is 100 kilograms, the 2/3 of it is, it means you are dividing it to 3 parts and 2. It means it is 66.6 normally. No, when we divide 100 into 3, one portion takes 33.33. So in here 3/2. Okay, it means more than 66%. Okay, if you take 100 kilograms of your body, if you consider, if you have a body of 100 kilograms weight, from that weight, more than 66% is from water. Clear? It is from the body weight. Though. When we consider a single cell, more than 90% consists of water. All good? Clear?
Yeah, sir. Now clear.
Yeah, very good. Nice. Then write the next point, Darwo. Next point. Water is an essential medium for the 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 maintenance of living matter. Maintenance of living matter. Maintenance of living matter. Maintenance of living matter. And you have to highlight this, Darwo, because it is a very important point. Just highlight that. Highlight it. After writing this, you have to highlight because it is they will focus this in most of the times, and this time also write down. As the water is the most abundant inorganic compound, water is the most abundant means common, most common one. The most abundant inorganic compound, most abundant inorganic compound, most abundant inorganic compound, most abundant inorganic compound found in living beings. Okay, let's see, go through one by one. Write the subtopic, specific properties of water and its contribution. 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 Now we are focusing on the specific usages and the properties and the contribution of those things to human body to maintain a specific conditions within our body. Basically, when we consider this topic, we can't stop in this point, but for your O-levels, they have mentioned the most important. So when we consider the list of the importance or list of the different properties of water, in here they have given you the most important few properties. Okay, so the thing is like this. So in here I will explain you and I will give you this as a homework to write down, because it is already in your textbook, so no need to take time to write the points. So in here, one by one I will explain you all. After the class, just take 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and you have to write down the note after understanding the points. All good? Clear? Okay, let's read the first one. Specific property and the contribution. A good solvent.
First property is a good solvent.
Okay.
Provides a medium for biochemical reactions in the cells of organisms.
Okay.
The main constituent in the extracellular fluids of organisms.
Okay.
Facilitates removal of excretory material and fecal matter of animals. Important in respiration of aquatic organisms as oxygen is soluble in water.
Okay, let's go one by one. So here, like this do. Okay, so in here, just write the properties, and after you complete this class, you can write the whole table. Okay, first write the property, a good solvent. What is a good solvent? A good solvent. Okay, a good solvent. Okay, yeah. So in here, basically what the thing that you want to understand, you want to clarify is providing a medium for the biochemical reaction. You already know that. Okay, when we consider water, without water, these reactions are not take place. That is the basic of it. The water is the most important contributor for all of these biochemical reactions. It can be a biological reaction. It can be a reaction. To complete all these, we need the watery medium. Okay. So for the first point, only for the first point, I will give you some time to note down. So as I gave you a good solvent, now there are 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Quickly write down them. Then after I will explain it. But for the next ones, I will give you it as a homework. For this one, quickly write down the points. Then after I will explain almost all the points for you. Quickly write it down. Just after you complete it, please let me know. Okay, Darwa, did you write it? Okay. Complete?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, done. Okay, let's go for the second one. So read it first. No, we have to clarify the points. No? So in here, a main constituent in extracellular fluids. Basically, when we consider a tissue, in that tissue there are different types of cells. Okay, in that cells, within that cells there is a extracellular fluid. Okay, within that cells. Okay, when we consider two cells, in between those points, there is a specific area, extracellular area that is mainly constituted with water. Okay. Then the third one, facilitate the removal of excretory materials and fecal matter. Basically, our excretory material and fecal matter basically remove with water. Okay, urine is passing through with water. Not only that, fecal matter also, it consists more than half of it from water. And when we consider the next one, important in the respiration of aquatic organisms, as oxygen is soluble in water. For the aquatic organisms, just like fishes and fish, different types of fish, they need oxygen. Okay, so they are taking the oxygen from the oxygen that is already dissolved in the water. Okay, they can't come to the atmosphere and take the oxygen from the atmosphere. No, in the atmosphere it has oxygen more than 20%. But in this sense, in this point, they can't do it practically. So what the thing that aquatic organisms can do, they can extract that oxygen that already dissolved in water. All good? Clear? Okay. Anything to clarify again? All good now? Okay. So then we'll go with the second point. That read the point. As a coolant, what are the properties?
Second property is a coolant. Due to high specific heat capacity, it means amount of heat needed to increase temperature by 1 Celsius in 1 kilogram of mass. The body temperature does not fluctuate quickly with changes in the environment.
Okay. Yeah. So quickly write down that. Then after I will explain. Quickly write down. Okay. Just after it, please let me know. Then I will explain. As a coolant. Then after I will explain. Here there are a few points that you want to clarify. Quickly write down that, Daru. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Done. No. Okay. So I will explain it right now. As a coolant, basically it is just like this. Okay. So we all know that water has a high specific heat capacity. It means that the amount of heat indeed, so the amount that we want, amount of heat that we want to supply to increase 1 Celsius from the temperature of the water is known as those values. Okay, the amount of heat indeed to increase the temperature by 1 Celsius in 1 kilogram of water. So it is a high value. So what the thing that they have to do, so if we want to cool down, we have to remove high heat. If we want to increase the temperature, we have to give high amount of energy. For our body temperature, so as there are two types of animals, okay, they are warm-blooded and cool-blooded. Warm-blooded animals are the animals, they are maintaining a specific heat or specific temperature within their body. They are known as warm-blooded animals. But when we come to the cool-blooded animals, their body temperature differ with the environmental temperature. So in here, for the warm-blooded animals, they have to maintain a constant temperature within their body. That maintain was done by water because it is a coolant. So the body temperature does not fluctuate because if we want to increase the temperature, we have to give a high amount of heat. If we want to decrease the temperature, in that sense also, it removes high amount of heat. So this giving or removing this high amount is not that much of practical. So in that sense, they have the ability to maintain a constant temperature within their body. All good? Clear? I want to explain it again.
No, it's clear.
Okay, Daru. Then let's see, write the third point, high cohesive and adhesive forces. High cohesive and adhesive forces. Write down. High cohesive and adhesive forces. Yeah. Quickly read that also, Daru. Quickly read that one.
Third property is high cohesive and adhesive force behind the main constituent of blood. It helps to transport nutrients, vitamins, and hormones to relevant locations. Transports water to the upper parts of the plant.
Yeah. So in here, Daru, basically, quickly.
Water to water attractions and adhesive water another molecule attractions, force of water molecules.
Force of water molecules. So when we come to this point, there are two types of bondings or the forces in water that we can see. They are cohesive and adhesive forces. So in basically, as the first point they have mentioned, bring the main constituent of blood. So normally when we consider our blood, the main constituent of our blood is water. It helps transport nutrients, vitamins, hormones, and relevant hormones to relevant location, because it almost all these substances dissolve in water and clearly transport from one place to the specific place that they are functioning. It is about us, okay, about animals. So when we come to the plants, the water to the upper parts, normally the water absorbed from the roots, root cells, okay. Then after it should be transported to the upper parts, to the fruits, to the flowers or the growing ends, all these parts. Upper parts of the plant due to the high cohesive. Cohesive means the attraction that have in the same particles, same materials or the same compounds. Water attraction, it is a cohesive one. Adhesive one means water and another molecule attraction. It means the water and the media or transporting media of the plant. There is an attraction with water and transporting media of the plants, okay, or the walls of the plants. So in that attraction from the water molecule, from the cohesive attraction, water molecules bind with each other. From the adhesive attraction, water and the substance or the area, the wall that it transports as the attraction. So in that sense, it helps to transport water from one end to another end. So these cohesive and adhesive forces both are very important for us. Is it clear with you? All good?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, quickly write down that, Daru. Quickly write down.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, good. Okay, then after, let's see, move forward with the next point, Daru. Read the next one. Quickly read the next point.
Fourth property is difference expansion in freezing.
Okay.
Density of water is higher than density of ice.
Okay.
When ice is formed, they come to top layers of water, keeping water as it is in the bottom. This provides living environment for aquatic organisms.
Okay, good, nice. It is the thing that I want to explain you. Okay, so when we come to the differential expansion of freezing the row, what will happen? So in the glacier, you already know, in Arctic and Antarctic regions, what happened? Top of the water level, we can see the glaciers. Okay, though or the ice. Okay, there are mountains of ice, though ice or glaciers, we can see very huge portions in very large amounts. But the thing is the row behind or below that ice cubes, huge ice cubes, it is just like rocks. Below that, we can find water. In that watery condition, in that water, different types of fish or the other animals can live. Not only fish, plants also. So what is it? What is the reason for that? Difference expansion in freezing. When we convert liquid water to the ice, what will happen? The density lowers. Okay, because of that, the ice float in water. So inside of that ice cubes, there is a water. So in that water, organisms can live. That's why they have explained density of water is higher than the density of ice. When the ice is formed, they come from the top layers of water, keeping the water as it is in the bottom. So there is a water in the bottom. This provides a living environment for the aquatic organisms. Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir. It's clear.
Quickly write down that also. Quickly write down that.
Forever free.
සාමාන්‍ය පෙළ විභාගයට මාස පෙනී සිටීමට උත්සාහ කරනවා නම් පෙනී සිටීම බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා නම් ඔයගොල්ලෝ තුර ලොකු ප්‍රශ්න ඇති නේද? පාඩම් කරන්නේ කොහොමද? කම්මැලි, අමතක වෙනවා. මයින්ඩ් එක කොහොමද ફોකස් එකේ තියාගන්නේ? හරි ස්ට්‍රෙස් එක මැනේජ් කරන්නේ කොහොමද? මම මේ පාඩම් කරන දේ කොහොමද දීර්ඝව කාලයක් මතක තියාගන්නේ? විභාග ප්‍රශ්න පත්‍ර වලට උත්තර දෙන්නේ කොහොමද? වගේ ප්‍රශ්න ගොඩාක් ඔයගොල්ලෝ තුල ඇති. ඉතින් මම හිතනවා මගේ YouTube නාලිකාව හරහා වීඩියෝ මාලාවක් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ගෙනත් දෙනවා. මේ ප්‍රශ්න වලට ඔයගොල්ලෝ කොහොමද මුහුණ දෙන්න ඕනේ? දරුවන් හැටියට මේ ප්‍රශ්න වලින් ඕවර්කම් කරන්න, ඒගොල්ලෝ මේ ප්‍රශ්න වලට පිළිතුරු සපයාගන්නේ කොහොමද කියලා වීඩියෝ මාලාවක් අපේ YouTube නාලිකාවෙන් අපි ගෙනත් දීලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් රැඳෙන්න එකතු වෙන්න අපේ YouTube නාලිකාවත් සමග ඔබගේ යාළුවන්ටත් මේක ෂෙයා කරන්න. ඒගොල්ලන්ට ගොඩාක් වැදගත් වෙයි. වැදගත් විදිහට පිළිවෙලින් අපගේ වීඩියෝ අපි නිපදවලා තියෙනවා. ඒවා නිවැරදිව ක්‍රමවත්ව ගොඩනගලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් ඒවා ඔයගොල්ලෝ බලන්න, බලලා ඔයගේ යාළුවන්ට ෂෙයා කරලා මේ අත්දැකීම, මේ එක්ස්පීරියන්ස් එක අනිත් අයට ලබා දෙන්න. ස්තුතියි අපි එක එකතු වුණාට ඉදිරියට අපිත් සමගම රැඳී සිටී කියලා ආරාධනා කරනවා. ස්තුතියි.